I want to thank the chairman for this hearing, and I'm pleased that I have the opportunity to introduce a constituent of mine, Mr. James Harnett. He comes to D.C. from Mineola, New York, where he is the president and CEO of the Family and Children's Association, which serves the people of Long Island. The Family and Children's Association offers 40 programs to Long Islanders, including a summer food program, which feeds school-aged children. This program is vital for many of the kids in my district. However, this is not his first position in service to others. Mr. Harnett's legacy of services begins with his service in the Peace Corps. He continued through his service in nonprofits seeking to improve the lives of vulnerable people in New York, most often in management positions. He has even served as administrator of the Department of Pediatrics at Columbia University. Immediately prior to joining Family and Children's Association, he serves as the Executive Vice President, COO, and Secretary of Corporation of Convent House, an organization dedicated to servicing runaway and homeless youth. I'm glad that he is here today to tell us the story of what it's like to be on the ground provider of meals to children and the impact that increases food prices and his operation. I look forward to learning more about these programs from you today, and welcome. I also want to mention that in the past he's raised over $100,000 so that he could feed the children of Long Island. And this happened way before the gas prices went up, and we cannot drill our way out of this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Congresswoman McCarthy, thank you for that introduction. I'm Jim Harnett, the president of Family and Children's Association, which serves 20,000 children, family, and seniors in Nassau County in New York. We were working to protect vulnerable children and families, and we welcome this opportunity to offer our recommendations on the after-school and summer lunch programs. As Congresswoman McCarthy knows well, while Nassau County is perceived understandably as a well-off suburb, in the village of Hempstead, where we operate our nutrition programs, every school meets the 50% eligibility requirement for the school lunch program. And across Long Island, all the way out to Congressman Bishop's district, in 2006-07, 167,000 children were enrolled in the school lunch program. Need and hunger recognize no political boundary. I want to describe the impact that rising costs will have on the summer food program, and on the low-income children and families who are struggling with these rising costs. But I also want to remind us of the obvious. I brought a couple of photos with me today to remind us this is about children. That little boy will benefit from the 2009 reauthorization. He looks young, but he's already in one of our programs, and he will be with us for a long time. The children with all those nice fresh fruits started our summer camp program on Monday, and I described that program in my written testimony. It's important that we keep in mind, at the end of the day, we nurture our children now, or we will pay an awful price later. These children represent millions of children who today benefit from the meals that, for most of them, are the best meals they will have today, and for too many of them, the only meal they will have. For children, no nutrition means no energy. No energy brings us to a topic that others have addressed better than I can, the price of fuel. But we cannot let this complex interplay affect the children. The fact, as the chairman noted, that some of the most common staples of milk and fruit and bread, cheese, has gone up at a price of an increase of 17%, has an immediate and direct impact on the programs that we're talking about. The summer food reimbursement rate does not cover the full cost of meals in our county, and fortunately for us, our county made a decision to use local public dollars to cover the program so that over 2,600 children will participate each day in the summer food program. The cost of that program to the county will be about 21%. Obviously, the financial loss of operating the summer food program makes sustainability of this program a key issue. And although I do not have time to fully or adequately describe the impact of these rising costs on a family of 4 with less than $1,000 a month for all of their needs except for rent, I'd ask that my written testimony be amended with the Wall Street Journal article from yesterday, which did, I think, a very fine job of explaining how the summer food camp program is benefiting poor families. There's no question that next year the committee will be able to make significant improvements to the after-school and summer nutrition programs through the child nutrition reauthorization. I have polled my colleagues, even over a busy holiday weekend, across the state, from Erie and Niagara all the way out to the East End and Congressman Bishop's district. And I can tell you we all are in agreement that we would ask you to consider these changes in the programs. Increase the food snack allowance for hungry teenagers in the after-school snack program. Make the after-school supper program available to all states so that school-aged children through age 19 may receive supper at an after-school program located in low-income areas. Change the eligibility requirement to 40% from the current 50% so that after-school and summer programs serving low-income children, especially in rural districts, my colleagues emphasize this, rural districts have much harder time meeting the standard than we do in suburban and city districts. Increase the current reimbursement rates for providing nutritious snacks and a healthy breakfast and/or lunch to offset these rising costs of food and fuel. Make the pilot program you created in California in the last reauthorization available to all states, allowing year-round local government agency and nonprofits to use the summer food service program to feed children 365 days of the year, and expand the program so that children can be eligible for suppers after school and meals on weekends and school holidays. Increase the summer food service program, which reaches less than 1 in 5, about 20% of the children who are enrolled in the National School Lunch Program during the school year. The summer food program needs to be strengthened with additional funding to offset the prices of food, transportation, outreach, startup, and expansion. And by all means, reduce the paperwork and streamline the program so that more and more of the funds can be spent on food. Please use the 2009 reauthorization to improve these vital federal child nutrition programs so they can better meet the needs of our children and teenagers, especially those that are the poorest and most vulnerable, both after school and throughout the summer. Thank you.